Disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
This is the phone call that started Black Lives Matter.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. The best address I can give you. This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining, and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay, and this guy, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie, and either jeans or sweatpants and white tennis shoes. He's here now. He was just staring.
This is the verdict that started Black Lives Matter.
In the Circuit Court of the 18th Judicial Circuit in and for Seminole County, Florida, State of Florida versus George Zimmerman. Verdict: we, the jury, find George Zimmerman not guilty. So say we all four-person.
Does either side want to poll the jury?
In July 2013, Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opel Tometi created Black Lives Matter in response to the not guilty verdict of George Zimmerman for the shooting and death of an unarmed black teenager, Trayvon Martin. Black Lives Matter is a political intervention in a world where black lives are systematically targeted for demise. Here's a clip of a Black Lives Matter activist asking Hillary Clinton to address a statement she made when she referred to black people as super predators.
And about predators. You're being rude.
It's not appropriate.
Super predators.
This is not appropriate.
That's rude.
This is a clip of Hillary's husband, Bill Clinton, supporting her statement.
Up on crack and sent them out onto the street to murder other African American children. Maybe you thought they were good citizens. She didn't.
Here's a clip of Donald Trump throwing Black Lives Matter protesters out of his rally.
The room had a picket. All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please? Get him out of here. Throw him out.
This is an audio clip of Ted Cruz speaking on Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter activists have met with most of the Democratic candidates and are starting to reach out to Republicans. If they reached out to you, would you meet with them, and what would you propose to address racial inequalities in policing and the criminal justice system?
Oh, sure. I'm happy to meet with just about anybody. Now, I would point out that if you look at the Black Lives Matter movement, one of the most disturbing things is more than one of their protests have embraced rabid rhetoric, rabid anti-police language, literally suggesting and embracing and celebrating the murdering of police officers. That is disgraceful.
Here's a clip of Bernie Sanders being interrupted by Black Lives Matter protesters. What needs to be understood is that when Black Lives Matter activists disrupt a rally or a presidential candidate's speech, they aren't looking for an answer to clean up racism through a new policy being passed. Black Lives Matter activists want a new system entirely.
For African American men with very low levels of schooling, so if we think about black men who were born in the late 1970s and who were growing up through the American prison boom of the 1980s and the 1990s, the chances that they're going to serve time in state or federal prison if they dropped out of high school is about 70%. So going to prison for that group of black men with very low levels of schooling, that's become a normal life event. And that's really only happened in the last 10 years.
A system that doesn't promote structural racism in America. A system that doesn't target black lives for demise and mass incarceration. A system where a black man in America isn't considered a thug. A system not designed against black people. A system where black lives matter just as much as white lives do. A system that does not exist.